Hello folks, John Gilmore here. Today I want to share with you some of the Cooking Guild knives I just received. They're Bushcraft series. They each come housed in a leather sheath. Look at this beauty. Siberian cleaver, 1095 high carbon Damascus steel, full tang, nice rosewood handle, excellent weight, and I dare say extremely sharp. In addition to the cleaver, have a nice fillet knife. Look at the flexibility on that. And perhaps my favorite knife, their Hanta knife. Ain't she a beauty? Look at that. And again, you can see the tang goes from tip to bottom. Nice feel, perfect for slicing, dicing, chopping. Oh, I can't wait to get my cook on with these. Tonight we're going to make some potato soup. Let's see how I do. So for the soup, I gathered together everything I need. Some parsley, flour, pepper, and I love this chicken flavor soup base. Get at any Asian market. And some milk. And then of course you got the potatoes, an onion, celery, carrots, green onions for topping, some leftover ham, and some cheddar cheese, extra sharp. First thing I do is fill up a pot about halfway full of water and add about 2 tablespoons of the granulated chicken flavor soup base. Give that a little mix. And then while that starts simmering, I'm going to work on cutting up the other ingredients. I'm going to start by dicing up the potatoes using the Siberian cleaver. Again, excellent weight. Notice the full tang on the steel. And oh, it just slices through just like butter. Hardly any pressure needed. Dice it up into how big of chunks you want. Oh, look how easy that goes through there. I'm going to do this to all the potatoes. Get chunks just about this size. Makes a nice bite. Up next, we're going to use the Hanta knife to dice up some carrots. Oh, just nice, easy rocking motion. Slices through with ease. Now, a couple of these bigger carrots I'm going to cut in half just so I don't have too big of a bite. But man, look how easy that goes right through those carrots. And just cutting these bigger pieces right down the middle. And just like before, gonna slice those up. Get these carrots out of the way. Perfect. Of course, after the carrots, we need a little bit of onion. Normally I'd use more onion, but unfortunately this is all I have left in the house right now. So I'm just gonna chop this up. Again, goes through the onion with ease. We're going to toss these in the pot with the other items I already cut. Of course, anytime you make soup, you got to put some celery in there. So we're going to slice these right down the center. Oh, it just goes through just like butter. And then just quickly chop them up. Just a nice little rocking motion. Goes right through with ease. And again, all ready to toss in the pot with the potatoes and the carrots. I'm going to switch back to the Siberian cleaver to dice up the ham. Again, look how easily that just goes right through. Just press down, cuts through like butter. Again, excellent weight in your hand, feels very natural. All ready to add into the pot. Finally, I'm going to take some green onions and get them chopped up, divided between the white ends and the greens on the end. The whites I'll end up just tossing in the soup. And then the greens I'm going to keep just for a little garnish on the top. So now everything's in the pot, cooking, and you can see the potatoes, the carrots, the celery, and the ham in there. I did add a little bit of black pepper and a little dash of salt. I'll taste it a little bit more later before it's served and season to taste. And I always like to throw some either garlic or garlic powder in there just for good measure. So I did add, probably a teaspoon or so of that in there. Let this cook till the potatoes are tender, and then I'll start adding the cheese and make the thickening agent with the flour and butter to make it creamy, and we'll get that mixed in. Of course, immediately after using them, you want to maintain your knives as best you can. So hand wash in just some warm, soapy, mild detergent water, and then dry immediately. And after that, these blades, I want you to just spread some cooking oil on it, give it a coating that'll help prevent any rust, and keep this in like new condition. Again, just real easy, swipe it a few times, get that oil covering it. Again, beautiful knives from the Cooking Guild. I can't speak more highly of these. They are the best knives I've ever owned, and I look forward to hopefully completing some of their other series that they have. That is, if my wife will let me. Anyways, beautiful knives. They're oiled up, ready to be put away. We'll store them in the sheaths, and in a few minutes, the soup will be done, and we'll be having something yummy for dinner. So to make the soup a little bit creamy, I'm making a roux with a stick of butter and about 7 or 8 teaspoons of flour. I'm going to let that boil out a little bit, get the flour taste going, then I'm going to add that to the soup along with cheese to thicken it up. I'm going to use my immersion blender just to cream up a little bit of the potatoes at the bottom. Just make it slightly more creamier. There we go, perfect. And finally, about 2 cups of cheddar cheese. I like the sharp kind, and some parsley flakes. We'll get that mixed up, let that melt, and then it'll be dinner time. And here we have the finished product, topped with some chopped green onions and some crackers. Steaming hot, and oh so good. So my final thoughts about the Cooking Guild's Bushcraft series. The fillet knife, haven't used it yet, but I can't wait to do so. The leather sheaths they have for them, keep everything nice and safe. The Siberian cleaver, man, I love this thing. Perfect weight, good heft to it, just solid as can be. And again, the sheath is great. But the Hanta knife is probably my favorite. I just love the design of it. You can see the full tang going down there. It's nice and sturdy. This will take a lot of beating. Again, one of the perfect knives. Easy to dice, to slice, to chop. I really can't say too much bad about it. I will say though that the Bushcraft series does require a little bit more maintenance than the Dynasty series that I have. After you wash them, you do want to oil them to keep them from rusting. But other than that, that's a minimal inconvenience to say. But these are going to be perfect. They're going to be my go-to set whenever I leave town or travel and I want to have some good knives so I can cook. Again, highly recommend the Cooking Guild and all of their knives. Just can't speak highly enough of them. And we'll catch you again the next time I cook something. Take care, everyone.